Hey everybody, this is Eli Freestone, and you're watching my reflection video for week 4 of Mobile User Experience, term 1310. So this week I felt went really well. I think my application really translated well into native programming, and I didn't have any major issues, although it was the first time I used storyboards. I'd actually been avoiding it because it was presented as the easy way to set up UXs, and I wanted to learn how to do it the hard way so I could actually appreciate the easy way. So there was a little bit of a learning curve there, but I was able to manage pretty well. So let's go ahead and get this guy going here, and I'll walk you through it. So I kept a lot of the branding, the total feel of the app, really similar compared to what my second iteration was from last week. I really felt that the book in the background, the overall feel, that the custom table cells, stuff like that, really, it was kind of the whole package is kind of my branding, I guess. And then I also obviously used a lot of native features just because they worked better in the context, especially like the plus button to get to your um, ad book page and stuff like that. And I also added in some extra gestures like a slide gesture to save that's on both the ad books and the settings page. Swipe right to be more specific, both of which pop up a UI alert like this one. This one says book would have saved, your book would have saved, but this bit of code hasn't been written yet. And then the other one says something similar, except for settings replaces book. So I also have the edit, and this I have it set up to do either that or a swipe left will bring up the delete. The swipe left on the table view cells was actually a default setup when I set it up in storyboards, but that actually broke when I add the edit button. So I did have to go back in and actually manually code the table view editing style before that would come back. So that's kind of halfway added by me, I guess you could say. So yeah, let's go over to all books. I decided with this one there was really no way to get around putting in the white background on the cells here, but this is actually an image that stretches all the way except for it's a PNG, so the white cell actually ends here, but the image itself does go the full 320 across. That was the easiest way just because of the way they're set up. In the storyboard, once you set up a cell, you can't change the width of it. You can only change the height. So I did have to kind of finagle that a little bit to really get my get the look back from what I had from last week. But I think it was definitely well worth it. One thing that I don't think went very well was actually the screen I'm on right now. This would be the details view. For some reason, I had a lot of trouble passing in the information from the table view cells. And we're talking with a static mutable array, so it should have been fairly simple. I think there's just something I'm missing that relates to storyboards that I'm just not grabbing onto. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to get that to work properly. So as of right now, it has just a default book cover image will display here, and then just what would be displayed here. Open up in the reader also says feature coming soon. There was one other thing on this one that I didn't like, and I think it's the way I did the segue to it, and that's actually the all books with the back arrow. I wanted that to just be a back button of some sort, something simpler, something just an icon. But I think because I did a push segue instead of a modal, unfortunately this last view is the last one I did. It just got done today. I didn't have time to mess with that. I spent a good portion of the day trying to figure out why I couldn't pass my book information over. So unfortunately, although it's still a standard native feature, I would much rather have some sort of an icon, and then I would also have room to put the title of the book as the title of the page, which was something that I had in my design from last week and the week before. So yeah, I think really the stuff that I customized would have to be the table view cells. They're all custom built. And I did have to finagle them a bit with insets and also images. The arrow right here to state that it would go to a new view, that's actually also an image, although the only thing that's on that image would be that arrow. But again, it's still the full width of the view, so it covers the whole thing. But yeah, I didn't like where it was placing them compared to how I had everything all set up with the cells actually a bit thinner than the view itself. I felt it was really important to keep that thinner look to really bring out the background and get that whole feel from last week. I was a big fan of what I did with that, and I think a lot of my users actually were fans of it too. So I think this class as a whole I think went really well. I was really nervous the first time I went out to do my usability testing, but that nervousness dropped really quickly. It was a lot of fun actually, to just talk with people about it and watch them messing around with something I created. I definitely liked it a lot. It was a good time. So yeah, I guess that's about it. This has been Eli Freestone reflection video for week 4 of MUX term 1310. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.